Hello, hello, hi. This is Nompella talking about it. Talking about it. Okay, this is for all the born again children of God, those that are determined to have a good personal relationship with God. This is actually just an encouragement from me to you. Okay, let's start it this way. All the fake apostles that we have today, the fake pastors and the fake prophets and everybody else that's actually doing things, funny things in the name of Jesus, have started this thing well. They started just like me and you. They believed in the power of the cross. They believe that Jesus died that we may be free. They believe that we are grace. They believe that God is the creator of the universe and that everything stands because of him, that he's the Alpha and Omega. And everything that we believing in today, things that are keeping us going, they also started like that. But most of them has lacked depending on God. They lacked completely depending on God. When God starts using you, the results are visible. It's tangible things. It's things that people can see. It's things that people can talk about. It's just unfortunate that when people start showing you that this is what God is using you for, this is what you're doing and you're doing it, and God is doing this through you, and what people start developing self-actualization. And they start developing pride because you start knowing that God is using me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that what would not be happen if I was not there, or if I didn't do this, God was not gonna do it. And all of those funny things that people start believing in, that's where God moves out. Remember, when you start boosting your flesh, when you start becoming self-aware, God moves away. Remember, God is spirit, and everything and everyone that serves God, that works for God, has to operate in spirit. God does not operate where the flesh is operating. Remember, the spirit wants what it wants, and the flesh wants what it wants, and more. If they are contrary, they don't want the same thing. You cannot give them. You cannot feed them both at the same time. You will either feed the other and suppress the other, or vice versa. So the minute you start realizing that you are this person and God is using you for this, God moves away. And now you already have a congregation, you already have followers, you're already sitting in the big seat, and God has moved away. That's where people start using things like mamlambo and what in the name of Jesus, because they are already there and they want to occupy the seat, and they still want the respect, so they start using these funny things in order to keep their name going, and in order for them to operate whatever it is that they are operating. So my encouragement to you is that for us not to fall in this trap, we have to rely on God. We need to rely completely on God. We need to move according to the way that God says we must move. We need to listen from nothing else but from God. We need to have that desire to operate in spirit, because the minute you start boosting your flesh, God is not going to operate. That is why we end up having to do things to modify these things. So stay intact, stay upright, believe what God says he will do, and he will do it the way he said he will do it, without you having to help him.